What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TEW Confrontational. My name is Ty Workenseen with my little brother Evan Workenseen.
What up, what
Uh,
up?
yeah, back at you with another episode of TEW Confrontational. Last episode was our very first live episode, and we got to live stream the draft or our reaction to the draft. We didn't live stream the actual draft, but it was pretty cool. The first time live streaming. How do you think it turned out?
I thought it was great. Yeah, 2 hours. I think it was like a little over 2 hours. Yeah, it was great. I thought obviously the first few picks we kind of called out. I know the first four I had correct, I believe. But other than that, there was a few mix-ups. I mean, obviously we can kind of go over those, but obviously what the Atlanta Falcons decided to do. Um, there was a few mix-ups, and there's a few like, oh, I thought there were some like that person was going to go there, but they ended up not going. Obviously
Right.
Cooper DeJean fell out of the first round. Yeah, so but I mean, six quarterbacks in the first round is pretty crazy. So. And that's what a lot of NFL analysts and their mock drafts had predicted. So
Yeah.
yeah, good for them.
And there was like 25 out of or 25 or 27 out of like the 32 picks were all offensive. This was like the most offensive heavy drafted or offensive drafted heavy, whatever, however you want to word that
Hmm.
draft ever. So yeah, very offensive draft. Wasn't many defensive picks in the first round, but we got Dallas Turner, which was a huge get for the Vikings there at 17. We moved up from 23 up to 17 with the Jaguars and snagged Dallas Turner, which was huge. We gave up I can't remember. It was the 23rd, 107 or the 107th, and then I think it was like, yeah, that first round pick, a second and a third, and then a fifth and sixth next year too. So it
Hmm.
was pretty heavy for that selection, but it was, yeah, a huge get there. And then yeah, Kevin O'Connell and uh Keys or Kawisi or whatever. They were
Yeah,
talking, and he
Quisi or
said,
whatever. Yeah.
yeah, they were talking and in an interview, and they said, yeah, if he was there, we were definitely gonna move up no matter what and get him if he was still on the board there at
Hmm.
17s. Because yeah, the next couple picks were defensive linemen and or edge rushers and stuff like that. So that was a huge get for Vikings. And then obviously JJ McCarthy there at number 10, which was kind of, we didn't predict. We thought it was going to be at number 5 overall, but he fell. He dropped to 10, obviously, and then the Vikings traded with the Jets
Hmm.
for the number 11th pick. And what I'm curious about is what did the Las Vegas Raiders, and I think that I said this in the live stream, but what did the Raiders and the Denver Broncos offer the Minnesota Vikings for that pick? You know what I mean? Or not the Minnesota
Yeah,
Vikings, the New York Jets. What did they offer
Jets.
for that pick? Because we had to give up, yeah, like yeah, a fifth and a sixth rounder, or third and a
Hmm.
fourth rounder for that pick too. So we didn't have any picks in the third or fourth round,
Yeah, I mean,
um,
you got what you wanted though. You
or
wanted
second or third
JJ,
round.
so I mean, you wanted a quarterback, um,
Mm-hmm.
and you got what you wanted. So I mean, obviously, at that point, you have to sacrifice. The only big thing is if he doesn't turn out. I mean, that's a first round quarterback, and this happens. Like I said, last podcast, the podcast before. It's a gamble. The draft is a gamble. College football is a lot different than NFL. It would suck if JJ didn't pan out, and then you lose all those draft picks. But you gotta be hopeful and hope he does pan. Hopefully, he does pan out.
Yeah, yeah, and we got. I think in our next pick that we had was like in the fourth round, and we picked up Kyrie Jackson from Oregon. So that was a good pickup too. We
Hmm.
drafted up. We drafted the kicker from Alabama.
Yeah, in the fourth round, fifth
Yeah,
round.
which was crazy. Yeah, yeah,
That's pretty damn high for a kicker.
early.
But
Yeah,
he's
right.
from Iowa. Is he from? Where's he from?
Alabama,
Alabama. Who
like he went
drafted
to
the I?
college.
Who drafted the
Mm,
Iowa kicker? Yeah,
I'm not sure.
who was that? He was just on Pat's show. They drafted him fourth round.
Yeah,
That's pretty high for a kicker. But yeah, overall, I thought the Vikings had a good draft. Obviously, I think the best draft. I think when you're looking at what they needed and what their game plan is running the ball is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got Najee Harris in the backfield. They also have what's his name? I can't remember his name.
yeah. His duo Warren, Jalen Warren,
Yeah, Jalen Warren.
or Jaron Warren, or whatever. Yeah,
They're run heavy offense, so they got offensive linemen. And I think they did end up getting like an A+ grade, one of the highest grades in the draft. But obviously, you got to look at the Chicago Bears. Obviously, taking Caleb Williams and then Romo Dunze in the
hmm
first 10 picks was impressive. I'm kind of surprised that I did have him Romo Dunze going earlier, but I'm surprised Chicago got what they wanted, and they couldn't be happier. I mean, I've already seen a lot of their fans saying like, "Oh, this is our year." They do say that every year, but um, they had a very good draft and got what they wanted.
Yeah, 100%. And then, yeah, a couple other teams, the Philadelphia Eagles loaded up. They're the ones who snagged Cooper DeJean in the second round.
Hmm.
Buffalo Bills, they had a pretty good, solid draft. I mean, they got Keon Coleman from Florida State. Did you see
Hmm.
his press interviews?
Yeah, he's wearing
Uh,
those puffer jackets from
the yellow,
Macy's.
yeah, the yellow puffer jacket. And he said he needs to get another blue one and a red one or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty. I mean, he was a talent at FSU, so I mean, I think he's going to be a top, probably number one over there in Buffalo. I don't even know who they have after they released Gabe
Hmm.
Davis, Stephon Diggs,
Yeah, and
all
I
those guys.
I believe that the reason that the Buffalo Bills or yeah, they traded back with the Kansas City Chiefs,
Yep.
and then Chiefs jumped on Xavier Worthy.
Speed.
Um,
Yeah, they're going to be
so I
fast
don't
as
know.
fuck.
Yeah, and I don't understand why you trade with somebody that's in your conference in the AFC, especially that's not even that. It's like they are competitive. Like they're two of the top teams that are usually the top of the AFC.
Mhm.
So why are you giving Patrick Mahomes one of these weapons that fast to do in the draft? I mean,
Yeah.
fast to do in the combine draft. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And there was controversy. I think the Buffalo Bills GM was on Pat McAfee show and was talking about it. I mean, I think they got more
Hmm.
capital and more trade picks from that, from Kansas City for them to move up and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know, probably was positive. I mean, yeah, yeah, I guess I'm not 100% sure, but I did see that
Hmm.
controversy that they were talking about there. But yeah, what else? I mean, as far as NFL,
I
how
mean,
the
I think the
Packers,
biggest
they got
Packers did well.
they got three O linemen, three corners or three safeties, two corners. I mean, they had like 9 picks and they filled every spot that they needed. And I think they even drafted another quarterback late round too.
Yeah, and yeah, they drafted. I was surprised. I thought they were going to go Cooper DeJean at
Hmm.
25. But
Yeah, I'm
obviously,
surprised he fell to the
they
second round. Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I was kind of upset with. They went the offensive tackle, and what every Packers fan really says is um, they're not fancy picks. They're not picking what you. They're not picking for their fans. They're picking for the football team. And obviously, every pick that they have picked, just like obviously Jordan Love, Jair Alexander, they all end up panning out. So I think it was a good choice to go with offensive tackle first pick. We got Edger and Cooper. I think he's from A&M. He's a beast. I think he's a D end or linebacker. So I'm pumped about that. Overall, I think we had 12, 13 picks. So we added a lot of young talent to our team. And then obviously like you were talking about, undrafted free agents. We signed a track and field star here today. So pretty cool. I mean, it just depends if they actually make the roster, and we'll
Yeah.
see. But
I mean,
overall, I'm
yeah,
happy with the Packers.
last 3, 4 years, you should be happy with, or last five, I guess, with Jordan Love coming into the equation. The draft that the Packers have done is incredible. They picked up Romeo Dobbs, Jordan, what's his name? Jatavion Wicks, Jordan Reed,
Jordan,
or
Jatavian
Jordan
Wicks, Jordan Reed, Jaden Reed,
Jaden Reed. Yeah,
Jaden
Jaden
Reed.
Reed balled out last year. Like all
Yeah, I
the
mean,
young
and those are
weapons
and
that
those
they're
are all
adding.
late and those are all late round picks. And
Right.
we also drafted in the seventh round a QB, Michael Pratt from Tulane.
Hmm.
He's a dog, seventh round. He looks pretty good. He had, I mean, comparable numbers to like the quarterbacks up in the first round. Obviously, he's playing Tulane, probably a lot weaker division, but yeah, I'm overall happy. I think the biggest news overall with the draft is got to be the Atlanta Falcons and taking Michael Penix after they signed Kirk Cousins to a $180 million deal, 100 million guaranteed,
Yeah,
which what
number eight.
they were thinking. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on that? I just don't know what they were thinking, especially that early. Maybe they picked him at all and don't know if Kirk's going to be able to bounce back from that Achilles injury. Um, we'll see. What
Yeah,
do you think about it?
we you saw our reaction when we were doing the pot. I mean, everyone, all of us were like, "What in the world?" Michael Penix at number 8.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, if Kirk is healthy, Michael Penix sits for a couple of years, comes in at when he's 27 in his prime, and knows the offense, knows how to the system and everything. I mean, look at the past history with like backup QBs, and then look
Right.
at one of the ones that just start right away. Yeah, CJ Stroud, kind of a one-off thing. Patrick Mahomes, kind of a one-off thing. Like, but you know what I mean? Like Tom Brady
Mm-hmm.
sat behind quarterbacks. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of the greats sat behind quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, things of that nature. Jordan Love coming into that again. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, who knows what their plan is, and they didn't add anything to help Kirk Cousins and winning now, but they were a solid team last year. They got a lot of weapons still around Kirk Cousins. Don't really need to add
Hmm.
anything. Maybe on defense would be the only thing, but I think they added. Yeah, I'm surprised they passed on Dallas Turner at 8. Surprised, but yeah, that was yeah. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for this NFL season. I already did a mock draft or on underdogs. I did a draft for like a $3 entry. And so that's pretty pretty
Well,
cool. Like
for fantasy.
fantasy football. Yeah, I did a
Mm.
draft already for underdogs. So that was kind of fun. I mean, yeah, you get to see where everybody's ranking right now. I mean, Brees Hall is up there at like going in the first round. You had Garrett Wilson going in the first round. Just excited for Aaron Rodgers to come back. And I mean, yeah, it's just going to be a totally different year. And that's what, yeah, fantasy's fun as fuck. And can't wait to do another fantasy this year. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much. I mean, we're probably not going to talk much about football for the next 3 months, 4 months because the season didn't start. But I'm excited. I think a lot of new teams, and I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be up there again. Travis Kelsey signs a 2 year extension,
yeah,
becomes the highest paid tight end at like 17 and a half or 17.85 million a year. And then other news I wanted to touch on. Good for him. Yeah, Chiefs are going to be back just like usual. But
yep.
Zach Wilson, I'm not sure if we mentioned this, got traded to the Denver Broncos. That
Hmm.
was last week. I don't know if we touched on that, but then
Oh yeah, for sure.
Denver Broncos take Bo Nix,
Hmm.
and so that's me. I mean, that's me competition. So who knows who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos too?
Yeah, and I think Sean Payton has knows what he's doing. He likes Zach Wilson coming in. He's been a legend with like, and we talked about this already. Been a legend with bringing in backup QBs that were on a different team. Didn't do successful on that team. Brought him to his organization, and they explode. Drew Brees, Philip Rivers, things. You mentioned Jameis Winston. You know what I mean? Can revitalize their
Mm-hmm.
career. So Zach Wilson could be one of those, and then Bo Nix. Those two are almost identical when it comes to like play style and things of that nature. So you have two like quarterbacks trying to play together, competing, making each other better. Who knows? I think that situation is going to work out for the Denver Broncos, and I'm excited to see what they do. They only
Mm-hmm.
have Cortland Sutton as like a their number one, and I think only wide receiver, unless they did
Pretty
something
much, yeah.
in the draft. But we'll see. I mean, Tyler Boyd is still out there as a free agent, so I mean, he's still looking for somebody to play
I
for.
mean,
So
T
I
Higgins
mean,
doesn't want to be with the Bengals anymore.
yeah, T.
And
Higgins
then
wants
also
out.
that yeah, who's that defensive lineman for the Bengals as well?
Yeah,
Trey Hendricks.
we touched on that a couple, yeah, last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, they both won out. So I mean, there could be talks about T. Higgins going somewhere. Debo Samuel, I think, is staying, but Brandon Ayuk, they can't keep all those guys. He's might be heading out somewhere. So I mean, yeah, interesting
Yeah.
stuff going on in the NFL, and we'll see what happens. But there was rumors or trade talk or talks with Tyler Boyd and the Minnesota Vikings, and then also he went on a trip to I think Baltimore and Tennessee, maybe,
Okay.
or visits to Baltimore and Tennessee or something like that. As far as yeah, him going somewhere, so we'll see what happens with that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this NFL season to kick off. I know we've still
Absolutely.
got like 4 months, but still gonna be fun as fuck for the NFL
And
season.
obviously
So
we'll touch on we'll keep track of those trades and stuff like that with those free agents. So or those free
yeah,
agency pickups or whatever. So
yeah, obviously, yeah. And then when we get closer, we'll do the draft thing and all that fun stuff again,
hmm
and stuff like that. So, but yeah, as far as NFL news, not a whole lot. I mean, there was some like bad stuff, like Rasheed Rice, the vehicle accident, and
well,
stuff
yeah.
like
Now
that.
we talked about that. He's
Yeah,
supposed to get 6 games. They said half the season,
yeah, half the
potentially.
season,
So
right?
that hurt the Kansas City Chiefs for sure. But obviously they got a new weapon in Xavier Worthy. So if he can fill those shoes of Rasheed Rice, no big deal. But if he can't, it might be an
Well,
issue
and they
there.
got Marquise Brown too.
Yep.
That's gonna
I mean,
be like, yeah, they got
it's gonna be a quick team, and then
fast
obviously a quick team, and then obviously if you can't give it to them, just dump it off to Travis Kelsey. That's all you got to do.
Isaiah Pacheco out of the backfield. Yeah.
If he can stay healthy, yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously he stayed healthy last year, but he's the set year 2, so
Yeah,
we'll see
I
if he can
think
stay
they saw
healthy.
like Jerick McKinnon
And they
and
still have
Clyde
Clyde.
Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, so I mean
Yeah.
they're stacked. And then yeah, Vikings extend Christian Darrisaw. That was huge for the Vikes,
hmm
his 5th year team option. And then we also signed 17 undrafted free agents, a couple
There you
wide
go.
receivers out of Toledo. or Mercer. Yeah, Toledo or Mercer, I think. There's another wide
Yeah.
receiver out of Mercer or something like that. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, Vikings are making moves. I'm excited for this. The NFC South is going to be stacked, like I think we mentioned on the last live
NFC
podcast.
North. NFC
Yeah, NFC
North.
North.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
But
Vikings,
yeah,
Lions. Yeah, crazy.
yeah, gonna be a good division. And then a lot of kids from South Dakota getting picked up from SDSU.
Yep,
Obviously, Mason McCormick goes in the fourth round, pick
to pick.
119, I believe, to Pittsburgh Steelers. And then Isaiah Davis, I think it was the later rounds, goes to the running back out of SDSU,
Yeah, sixth, I
goes
think fifth or sixth, or I mean, it might have been seventh, but yeah, it goes
to
to the
the
Jets.
Jets. And then obviously they got a lot of signees. I know Greenfield went to Seattle, another
Mm-hmm.
offensive lineman. And then the Yankee twins, you said, went to Houston. Um,
Twins went to Houston. Hines,
Zach Hines, he ended up going to
Chargers,
LA Chargers.
and they don't have
Um,
any tight ends. I think he's going to step in and be their number one tight end, so that's pretty dope too.
yeah, I mean, he's got the best chance. I mean, obviously, they pick him up. He actually performs well. And rookie mini camp is the biggest step. You got to perform and show who you are. He can get a spot on that team for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously,
It's,
what comes with getting signed is eventually there's that time. There's only 53 spots in the roster. Yes, you can make the practice squad with 12 people, I think. You might get cut. That's reality, and you got to accept that. Just work your ass off. Hopefully, make the team.
yeah, no, 100%. And yeah, I think I don't even know how many like prospects are out in the draft to like enter the draft. They got to be what
Mm-hmm.
like 500 and only 200 or 300, 250 or whatever of them get picked. And so, I mean, there's a bunch of people sitting out there. I mean, Vikings send 17 alone, undrafted free
Right.
agents. So, well, yeah, you never know what comes out of that because, yeah, there's been a couple or more than a couple than undrafted free agents that
Probably a couple hundred.
excel in the NFL. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, pump for that and all that good stuff. And then you also have NBA finals going on, or not finals, but playoffs going on. Minnesota
Yep.
Timberwolves sweep the Phoenix Suns, which was awesome. Ant's playing phenomenal. Really
Mm-hmm.
showing out in the playoffs and really making his name as the face of the NBA.
Yeah.
As the next face of the NBA, I should say. But yeah,
Right.
your guy LeBron James gets knocked off by Denver
Once again.
for the second year in a row. And yeah, pretty much I think they were on like a 12 game losing streak, and then the Lakers finally got one back, and then they lost two again, two
Mm-hmm.
straight back to back. So I mean, yeah, tough run for the Lakers and against the Nuggets, but Nuggets face off against the Timberwolves on Saturday, actually. So starting round two, and that's going to be a fun series. I think. Yeah. Do you have anything to add quick before I go into my spiel
About what?
about the Timberwolves and the Nuggets?
Oh no, I just wanted to say, yeah, you're 21, LeBron. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get it done. Still balled out. I think his last game when they lost. They should have won game two. They ended up losing by one. But he still
Yeah.
averaged, I think, averaged 28 and 7 and 8, whatever. Year 21. I think the biggest thing for this offseason, or stuff to do with LeBron is where's he going to go? Is he going to sign that player option, or whatever, and stay there, or go to a different team and wherever Bronny, if he does end up get drafted, wherever he gets drafted to. Um, I think obviously LeBron's going to be back in the league another year. I think. Um, I don't think they had the best coach or players around him this year. So I know when they won it in the bubble, when they had Rajon Rondo, they had they had Dwight Howard, who was on that team. Um, Kyle Kuzma was on that team. They had a shit ton of guys. I think Josh Hart was on that team. That was a good team, and they were good. I know they always count the bubble as like a you know asterisk behind it, but they would have kept that team. I think they would have been a lot better off. But oh well. I'm not a huge NBA watcher really. I'm watching it more often now because it's the playoffs, but I didn't watch the entire regular season, so I don't know. Didn't really pull on my heartstrings too much watching the Lakers lose.
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, and at least the Lakers made it. I mean, the Warriors, they've lost in the playing game. I mean, a lot of the teams that were franchise teams 4, 5, 6 years ago are starting to fall off. And now we're seeing like the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, Denver Nuggets have been running for a while, but
Mm-hmm.
Miami Heat just a lot. The Pacers are coming. I mean, yes. I mean, there's a lot of yeah stacked teams out there, but I'm glad that the Timberwolves knocked off the super team, as if you want to
Mm-hmm.
call it that, of the Suns. But then yeah, you still have the Clippers out there. Clippers facing the Mavericks. That series is tied 3-2. Dallas is up, so that's a good one there. There's a lot of other
Hmm.
good ones out there too. Wrapping up, Miami just lost to the Celtics. Celtics,
Yeah,
gentlemen swept in there.
Celtics. Yeah, they blew them out of the water last game. I think they beat them by 30 last night. Um, yeah, I mean it's kind of hard. They didn't, Jimmy Butler didn't play. I think the last 2 or 3 games, I
He hasn't
believe.
played this whole series.
Oh shit, yeah. So I mean that explains a lot. But yeah, Celtics are really good, really good. But I think that if they don't win it this year, you got to split those two up somehow. Because I know what's his name, Jalen Brown got the max last year, like 300 something mil. I
Yeah,
don't think that Tatum's not going to. I don't know if you can give Tatum that,
yeah.
and
Tatum's
have.
gonna get this super max. Derek White is probably gonna get traded. Al
Yeah, he's
Horford
having a,
is.
he's having a
I
phenomenal
know.
series.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're going to have to pay him, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum. Well, they have another guy on there that's pretty good. Peyton Pritchard. I mean, averaging like in the regular season, like 15 game off the bench. I mean, they're going to have to
Yeah, he's
start
pretty
paying.
good. Yeah,
They're gonna have to start paying a lot of Hauser's been oh that's yeah Hauser's been huge for the Celtics like Sam Hauser or whatever's been huge. He's been knocking down threes. He's been a consistent three guy off the bench. So yeah,
hmm
but yeah, Bucks are in trouble against the Pacers. They're down 3-2. Knicks are ahead of the Sixers 3-2. But Joel Embiid, that series has been fun to watch. It's been
it
dirty and
has.
they've been dirty
Yeah,
and
and
physical and
Joel Embiid's battling through. I mean, he had mid season surgery on his knee. That's why he's got that big brace on. He's battling through, and I applaud to him for that. I mean, kudos to him. He's obviously hurting out there. You can see him limping around and stuff. Still having not great games, but like he's still making a
phenomenal.
difference.
Oh,
I mean, I know.
he's I mean last
No,
couple
I think
yeah.
he didn't ball out last game. He only had like
No,
what do you have? I don't know if you had that pulled up, but
I'll pull it up right now. Not last game, but
because
um
Tyrese Maxey carried that team last night. I think it was
yeah,
last night.
Tyrese Maxey had 46. Yeah, Jalen Brunson had 40.
That
I'm
was a
gonna pull
shootout. That was a shootout. I went to overtime, I believe.
yeah. It's really fun to watch real fun to watch Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid had 19, 16, and 10. So he had a triple double,
Yeah, it's
almost a
not those
20-point
big
triple
point,
double.
not those big point numbers that he's used to having, but
Right,
he's obviously
right.
contributing.
Oh yeah, he's averaging like 30 points a game, 35 a game.
With a
He's
busted knee.
yeah, yeah, right, exactly. So he's playing well. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited for watch the NBA playoffs. I want Minnesota. Yeah, my spiel that I was gonna go into was the this series coming up, the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves. That should be the NBA finals. Those are the teams. Whoever wins that series is gonna win the entire thing, I think. Because yeah, you
That's what you
have
got.
yeah, because I mean, if you look at it, yeah, if they win this one, they're gonna have to play like yeah, let me just pull it up. If they beat the Nuggets, they'll
Yeah,
have
put
to
up.
play. No, I'm about to. Hold on.
Because I don't know. Because I thought. Let me see here. Because I thought the Nuggets played somebody different. I thought the T Wolves would play the somebody else.
No, so the Thunder beat
Maybe
the
I'm wrong.
Pelicans. So the Thunder advanced. The Mavs and the Clippers are playing right now. So if the Mavs win, the Mavs play the Thunder. And then
hmm
the Nuggets and Timberwolves are playing like this weekend. So they're starting their round or game one on Saturday. So if the Timberwolves win, they either play the Thunder or the Mavericks. I think the Timberwolves can beat both the Mavericks and the Thunder. Mavericks would be a tougher matchup. I mean, Thunder's
Yeah.
good as fuck, and that'd be fun to see Shy Gilgeous Alexander versus Anthony Edwards.
hmm
But I mean, coming out of the East, they're gonna beat the Celtics. They're gonna beat the Bucks. Knicks would be a tough one, but I think they beat the Knicks. But yeah, I don't know. I
I
think
think.
whoever wins this series, either the Nuggets or the Timberwolves, win the entire thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
Nuggets or
Let's go
Timberwolves will
through
win.
those. Let's go through those. So the remaining. So obviously Mavs Clippers are still remaining. Um, what?
Cavaliers and Magic.
Yep. Cavs
That series is
Magic.
tied 3-2. I think the
Let's go
Cavs
through who
pull
we
that
think's
one
gonna
out.
win. Yeah, because these series will be over by the time we have our next podcast,
Yeah,
most likely.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go. Yeah, we'll start off with Cavs Magic. Who do you got?
I got the Cavs advancing. They're up 3-2. It's in Orlando, but I still think the Cavs pull this one out. Too many they got Devon Mitchell. and then they have
Donovan Mitchell,
Colin
yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, and then Colin Sexton, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. Yeah, I think the Cavaliers advance after this one, but Paolo Banchero has been playing well. And then yeah, who do you got out of that one?
I got Cavs. When LeBron played for Cleveland, I used to be a huge Cavaliers fan, so I'm gonna go with the Cavs. And I
Right.
like I like D Mitch, so I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Cavs.
And then Pacers and Bucks are playing right now as we speak. And Pacers are leading that series 3-2 over the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis isn't playing, but Damian Lillard's back in. And he didn't play last night or the 2 nights ago. So yeah, who do you got in that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Pacers, just because I'm sick of seeing Milwaukee up
Yeah.
there in the finals or semifinals, and I like Tyrese Halliburton.
hmm
So I'm gonna go Pacers in that one.
Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton's been playing well. You have what's his face? I'm gonna look him up here. Miles Turner playing well.
Mm-hmm.
Pascal Siakam has been
Siakam's been
balling.
balling out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Pascal Siakam,
him getting
Tri-
traded was the best thing for him.
huge.
He could
Yeah,
actually show his talent,
yep,
and he's been
exactly,
doing that. But
exactly. And then the Knicks and the 76ers play tonight.
mm-hmm.
I have the Pacers advancing out of that one. And then Knicks and 76ers play tonight. Knicks lead that series 3-2. But I have the 76ers winning this one at home. I think this one's going to go to game 7, but I have the Knicks coming out of this one. I think Joel is going to put up 40. Tyrese Max is going to have a game. And I think, yeah, 76ers got this one.
So who do you pick? The Knicks, like out of this?
76ers.
Okay, out of the whole
Oh,
series.
yeah. I think 76ers beat the Knicks in
Because
7.
I think you said Knicks on accident, maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna go Knicks. Actually, I'm gonna say because they played at home last night or 2 nights ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
So 76ers tonight or in
Yep.
Philadelphia, and then yeah, I got the Knicks for sure. I think
Back at
76ers
home.
win tonight, but back
Yeah.
home. That place, Madison Square Garden, is probably the toughest place to play based on like how loud it is on TV. Can't imagine how loud it is in person. So I got the Knicks winning
Yeah. And then
that
the
series.
Clippers and Mavs play tomorrow. And yeah, that series is 3-2 Dallas. And I have Luca and Kyrie advancing over the Clippers.
I do as well. I know I'm not sure if Kawhi Leonard's gonna be back this series at all. I know he didn't play 2 nights ago or last night. But yeah, I got the Mavs. I
Yeah.
want Kyrie to win. Kyrie deserves it. I mean, he's
Yeah.
been
I
through a
like
huge
Kyrie.
slump,
I
and
like
and he
Luca better though.
yeah, I do too. But Kyrie, I mean, he's been through that huge controversy with like obviously he sat out COVID, and then went to the Nets. That's when he sat out. But Nets
hmm
kind of fell apart. Didn't have a great year last year. I didn't think. I mean, he had really good games, but obviously, I want Kyrie to make it to the next round for sure.
Yeah, then you have so restarting it in the conference semis finals, you have the Thunder and the Mavericks that we have. I think the Mavericks advance past the Thunder, even though that's going to be a good one. Who do you got in that one? Mavericks, Thunder.
Mavericks Thunder.
Yeah, the reason why I have the
I
Mavericks
got
just because the Thunders are so young and kind of like inexperienced from the playoffs.
yeah.
But
It'd be cool to see the Thunder make it. I like
yeah, you can pick
Gildas
the Thunder.
Alexander.
That I'll just explain my reason.
Um,
I
they
mean, and they're
got they got
talented
Chet, they
as
got
fuck.
Chet Holmgren too.
Yeah.
They got that. What's his name? Josh Giddey.
Yeah, then Mo Williams or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, Williams. Yeah, he's
yeah.
good as
I got
fuck too.
hopefully. Yeah, it'd be cool to see OKC. Go all the way.
Yeah, it would be fun. And then obviously you have the Timberwolves Nuggets.
And you already
Uh,
said I'm gonna go Timberwolves. Obviously, because a Midwest team, very close to us. I'm gonna go Timberwolves. I hope they make it. I'm just gonna
yeah,
pick them outright. If
yeah,
if Anthony Edwards plays the way he does, along with like help from his cast members, I think they dominate every team, and they did with. I mean, shit, he was playing at the beginning of the year. He's playing the best team on. So I mean, they had so many people. Obviously, they had KD, they had Bradley Beal. The Suns were supposed to be dominant, and he just went in there and wiped him out. So
yeah, 100%. And they're deep too. They got
that's all I got.
Nikhil Alexander Walker. They got who's that other guy that clamps up on defense? I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but obviously Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Carl Anthony
Mm-hmm.
Towns. I mean, deep as they're a real good team. Naz Reid. But yeah, Nuggets is going to be tough though. And they have experience and they've been yeah, they've
Yeah.
gentlemen swept the Lakers, and Lakers are always tough in the.
Jamal Murray's been playing really well with a hamstring injury.
Oh
Obviously,
yeah,
Joker.
he's been
Um,
showing why he's the real deal in the playoffs. So
yeah,
that one's tough. I do want to see the Timberwolves win it all, but I think the Nuggets are gonna repeat again. But it would be fun to see the Timberwolves. So I'm gonna say the Timberwolves just for shits and giggles.
yeah,
And then we have the Celtics and Cavaliers on the other side. Let's just make this one quick. I have the Celtics beating the Cavaliers, and then
yeah.
you
I got
have
the Celtics.
yeah, and then we have the Pacers versus the Knicks or 76ers.
All right.
I actually think the 76ers advance and are playing the Celtics in the conference finals. And then I think the Celtics beat the 76ers to advance to the championship. And then I think that it's going to be the Celtics and the Timberwolves, or the Celtics and the Nuggets in the championship, or Celtics and the Timberwolves, or Celtics and Nuggets, whoever wins that comp series. But I think
Yeah,
it's going to be
I
Celtics
think making it to the
Timberwolves.
finals. I don't know. I think they're on opposite sides. I believe T Wolves and Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty cool matchup to see. I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
would be.
I just like the Knicks. I like them.
I do
You know, how
too. Jalen.
rocking they are. Jalen Brunson's a beast. His dad's actually a coach on that coaching staff.
Yeah, he's just a bulldog too. Jalen
Hmm.
Brunson is, and you can guarantee almost 30 a night from him. Like, I don't know how he does it all, but yeah, he's a leader of that team, and stuff like that. But yeah, Knicks would Timberwolves would be fun as fuck to see in the championship and be
Yeah,
something
would.
different. And Knicks haven't won in a long time, so
They're
yeah,
two dogs. I mean, obviously you got Anthony Edwards versus Jalen Brunson going at it, going at it, going at it.
yeah,
So
exactly. Exactly. And then NHL playoffs are going on too. Don't
hmm
know a whole lot about NHL, but I'll just pull up the playoff central thing, see the bracket.
yeah, I mean, I've been watching the games. I think there's also a lot of 3-2 series as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a big Dallas Stars fan since I've been watching, so
Yeah.
just kind of watching them. But I don't really know a ton about hockey, so I just kind of like watching the physicality, the speed. Is what makes it fun to watch for me.
Yeah. I mean,
For
you
me.
have the Dallas Stars, Golden Knights. They play tomorrow. Then the Avalanche, Colorado Avalanche, who won it a couple of years ago.
Hmm.
Um, the Oilers advanced. You got the Predators and the Canucks. The Florida Panthers, who won it. I think they won it last year, I believe. Tampa Bay Lightning got gentlemen swept. Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs are playing tonight.
Hmm.
Hurricanes and Rangers swept their teams. So Rangers and Hurricanes are playing this weekend. So I mean, yeah, NHL playoffs are. I'm not huge into hockey, but when you turn it on and you get to watch these guys, I mean, kind of the speed of the NBA, super fast pace, and then you also see a little bit of physicality in there too,
Hmm.
knocking around each other. So I mean,
Some of the goals that they are able to
oh
you
yeah,
know put in the net is pretty insane. Going full speed down the ice, it's pretty crazy.
oh yeah,
The
I
reaction,
can't.
the reaction time you have to have is
And
insane,
the
especially if you're a goalie.
yeah,
Jesus,
hand-eye coordination and everything. I mean,
right?
it is a cool sport. I just never played it. Don't know really the rules or anything. And yeah,
Hmm.
it's just yeah, it's fun to watch though during playoff time. A lot of intensity and the barns are rocking, especially yeah. So it'd
Yeah,
be fun to go to a playoff game. I think Channing went to an Avalanche game.
big Avalanche fan. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty dope. Golf, like we always say, golf is always going on.
Hmm.
Um, I think you have it's a kind of a weird tournament this weekend. Not a weird one, but it's the CJ Cup Byron Nelson event. So it's a smaller event. Um, not a whole lot of big names. I mean, you got Jason Day, uh, Matt Wallace, Alex Noren. Yeah, not a whole lot of big names. So, um, but it's a smaller event, $9.5 million purse. So, I mean, it's
Yeah.
always fun to watch golf, no matter
Hmm.
what day it is. So, so yeah, you got that going on. And then yeah, horse races, Kentucky Derbies this
Kentucky
weekend.
Derby, May
Uh,
4th. Yeah, so I think that's Saturday.
yeah, May 3rd and 4th. I think they do some races
I think
before.
it's preliminaries tomorrow,
Yeah.
and then Saturday's the big race.
Yeah. So I mean the best 2 minutes, 150th anniversary of the Kentucky Derby. The best 2 minutes in sports
Yeah,
nations. So I mean, we get to do that.
and biggest betting day too. A lot of bets
Yeah.
going out for those horse races. So
Yeah, I'll definitely be putting my bets in. But yeah, just wanted to get that in there quick because yeah, Kentucky Derby, that's pretty fucking sweet.
hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we covered pretty much everything. We made it a shorter pod just because yeah, didn't have much going on besides the draft and the couple playoffs. But have anything else to add, bud?
That is it. That is it.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see you guys next week on the pod. Till then, peace.
Peace.